Thank you. I first wanted to express my gratitude and appreciation for your teachings regarding autism. I have a 12-year-old son with autism, and I just look at it so differently after hearing what you've taught, and I just was wondering if you have anything new to add to your previous teachings regarding that matter.
The biggest thing, and you've heard some of this before, but we're going to take it further in light of this new conversation about satisfaction. The most important thing is that you've heard us all morning so far here talking about how most people are trying to find mutuality with each other rather than with their inner beings. As a human, I want you to get me, so I'm going to explain myself to you, I'm going to be around you, and then I'm going to adjust my behavior according to your feedback. So if you exhibit dissatisfaction with me, I'll try to adjust rather than using my guidance system and aligning with my inner being and my greater purpose and who I really am. I'll just keep adjusting, and I'll look for a segment of the population that seems pretty stable, and then I'll do my best to please them. But they're such a fickle lot, and they keep changing what they want from me, so I keep standing on my head in different ways until I'm not too far into this experience before I'm pretty lost, because what I thought they wanted from me and I gave them wasn't enough. So they keep making more and more demands on me, and I keep getting more and more depleted because I'm not going to the receiving mode where I not only receive but refresh. I'm in the depleting mode where I'm trying to give everybody what they need or want from me because I almost desperately want them to understand me or get me. Esther even today laughs at herself as she knows she's being misunderstood and tries again to explain, only to realize they're not getting it. And in most cases, they're not likely to get it. And she's depleting herself by caring whether they get it or not. So some of you said, been there, done that. I think I'm going to be so clear about who I am that I am not going to play that game of seeking mutuality with other humans. I'm going to find my alignment with source, and I'm going to be me, and you can like it or lump it. Which means I'm going to be the best person that you ever interacted with, because you can't use me for your mutuality. If you need me to be different than I am, you're screwed, because I'm solid in my knowing who I am. Most of the programs around that, still even with those who hear us speak like this, are pointed toward wanting to assist those who have been labeled that, to become more normal, to become more pliable, to become more pleasing, to fit in better. And this is the new part that we want to give to you, because there is expansion and improvement and evolution in all things. We would never say to you that anyone came with the intention of not expanding. They just come with the intention of helping others expand what true alignment is. So if you introduce into your equation, as you're watching your child, the satisfaction factor, and you notice how often there is satisfaction being experienced, even though others may not be satisfied, your child is feeling satisfaction. And then let your intention be to find for yourself, and therefore offer, because once you find it, you're radiating it, as much satisfaction, not just about that subject, but about life subjects, so that you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You'll begin to discover an ability to communicate, an ability to understand. We know you're already doing that, but your experience will be so dramatically enhanced, as what you care about is not your child's satisfaction, because that was handled when the decision was made to be born not seeking mutuality with other humans, but your own satisfaction factor, by demonstrating how good you are with how things are. You know, if someone is in your life and they want something from you that they don't think they're getting, isn't that uncomfortable? And when they lay it off on you, you know, if you were different, you'd be perfect. If you would just do this and this, then I would feel better. And that always feels so uncomfortable, because at deep levels of your being, you know that you can't conform enough to accomplish any long-standing satisfaction for any other person. Doesn't it feel good when someone just feels good and you're not the factor? Now, stay with us for a moment, because we know for sure that when someone is holding you as their object of attention, and they are tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and they are in love with life, and they are in love with themselves, and they are in love with you, that when they hold you as their object of attention, we know how good that feels to you. And we're not asking you to cut yourself off from that or not to appreciate it when it happens. We just want you not to need it. We don't want that to need to be your source of sustenance. And so once you've got that covered, and you do, then think about how wonderful it feels to know how to accomplish your alignment and to not be dependent upon anybody else who is sometimes helpful and sometimes not helpful. You've just got it going on. And so then imagine how wonderful it would feel to anyone, and especially someone like you're describing as your child, to be in a world that doesn't understand, who sort of offers vibrations that are confusing, that they have to sort of train themselves away from. But imagine how wonderful it feels to have someone tuned in, tapped in, turned on, holding you with all your differences as object of attention, with only appreciation and anticipation and positive expectation. Whew. And so really what the inner being of your child wants you to hear is this relationship that you all figured out before any of you got here was not about you finding ways to help this person. It was a determination of this person to help you.
Thank you.
And therefore you, on the other hand, to help others.
Thank you. I have one follow-up regarding that topic. Is sometimes, and it's not as bad as it used to be, but sometimes I just get so nervous when there's something I need to do with my child in public because of some of the history.
Yeah, because your child is not going to behave.
Well, he does,
Oh,
but
good.
a lot better than he used to.
Yeah.
I mean, I get so nervous because I have flashbacks of things that happened when he was 6 that aren't happening anymore.
But you don't trust the public to understand. And you know why you don't trust the public to understand? Can't trust the public to understand. That's not who they are. They're not tuned in, tapped in, turned on. They're out there needing all kinds of people to be different in all kinds of ways so that they can feel better. And there you are. I'm not playing your game anymore. We have a different message for you. Satisfaction is up to you, not up to us.
I just need to let go of public concerns.
Do you ever? Not just you, everyone. You make yourselves crazy. Did you see what that person is wearing? Oh my God, pink hair? Tattoos? People are just out of control. It's like they think they create their own reality, or like they get to own their own experience. Don't they know they are all here to please me? They don't seem to know it. They were all born selfishly oriented, you see. And so once you get to that point where you're good with whatever's going on out there, you're free. And until then, you're bound by their inability to please you. And the diversity of them makes certain that they can't please you. Esther is on the 7th floor in this hotel. And so are hordes of kids who are here for sports events. And so late at night, they're throwing a ball up and down the hallway. And a good number of times it just bounced right against her door. And Esther has a big wide door up there. She's got the lucky room. So that room's just captivating to them. And so they just kind of keep converging around that room. They just kind of wonder what's going on in that room. Why does that room have 2 doors? And so every time, or nearly, that she has gone in and out of her room, there have been a circle of little girls sitting here, and around the corner by the service elevator is a cluster of boys, and they are having the time of their lives. And Esther thought, I would do nothing in the world to disrupt the fun that they are having. If they tear the building down, I will not get in the way of their fun. In other words, this pure, noisy energy, they are misbehaving on every level, banging on the doors, throwing balls up and down the hallway, stealing her do not disturb sign and scampering away with it. Everything they can think of to add to their fun, they are doing. And what they don't know is that Esther is rooting for every bit of their noisy, rebellious, outrageous fun, you see. They are not conforming. Their parents don't seem to know. They're sort of hiding in their rooms.